Several film movements left a huge mark worldwide, and one of them was the Yugoslav Black Wave. Yugoslavia, even though a communist country, was different and mainly separated from the Eastern Bloc, both politically and culturally. Therefore, this wave was possible to happen. It began in the early 60s, inspired by movements like the Czechoslovak and French New Wave, and Italian neo-realism. An even bigger boost was the Yugoslavian student demonstrations in 1968 and other protests worldwide. Yugoslav Black Wave movies criticized society, political officials, authority figures, and the wrong implementation of communist ideology. One of the main characteristics was cinematic social realism. It concentrated more on petty criminals, people living in poverty, and the overall everyday life. Another characteristic that broke taboos was using nudity and sex. This wasn't popular or entirely allowed worldwide, let alone in Yugoslavia. Directors also used explicit violence when necessary and worked with actors who were mainly unknown at the time. Most movies were made with handheld cameras, low budget, and mainly independent. This wave was avant-garde, using dark comedy, satire, allegorical, and surrealist language. Even though successful, the Black Wave didn't happen smoothly. After all, Yugoslavia was still a communist country, so various films were banned. Furthermore, several directors had to leave the state to save themselves from being prosecuted. Communist officials had a meeting about the condition of their cinematography in 1969. Of course, their view was that some movies of the wave are degrading and tend to be counter-revolutionary. Several artists had political issues, most notably Dusan Makavejev for his W.R. Mysteries of the Organism, whose movie was banned for almost 16 years. He also had to leave the country. Lazar Stojanovic was imprisoned for a film in 1971 titled Plastic Jesus. He's the only director who was imprisoned because of a movie. After this, the wave was banned at the beginning of the 70s. To be sure it was over, a red wave was made, which meant creating mainly partisan movies. Some of the most important Yugoslav Black Wave directors are Dusan Makavejev, Sasha Petrovic, Zika Pavlovic, Zelimir Zilnik, Lordan Zafranovic, etc. Some of the most significant Yugoslav Black Wave movies are W.R. Mysteries of the Organism, Sweet Movie, Man is Not a Bird, I Even Met Happy Gypsies, Early Works, Young and Healthy as a Rose, When I Am Dead and Gone, 3, etc. We've come to the end. This film and cultural movement remains one of the most important ever. It has inspired and still inspires young filmmakers worldwide. If you want a more in-depth analysis, read my article on this topic on my website. You can find it in my channel description.